Hey guys, what's up? My name is Prez, and welcome to another episode of NHL Be A Goalie. Obviously, we're going to jump into the second game of the preseason. Today, we're going to face off against the Calgary Flames in this one. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this one because we're going to talk about the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. We're going to talk about all the specs and all that stuff. And I did a poll on my community tab, and I'm going to talk about that too as well in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that if you guys are actually interested in all that. And anyways, let's get it started. Alright, so I put out a poll on my community tab asking you guys what console you're going to get this year. Like, what generation console you're going to get this year. So 56 people voted in this community tab, or in this poll that I made. So the Series X got 52%, the Series S got 7%, PS5 got 39%, and the PS5 digital only got 2%, which is very interesting. Very interesting to see that and all that stuff. But anyways, so with the specs coming from the Xbox Series X, and obviously the Series S is going to be less powerful than the Series X in obvious ways, to make the price cheaper. Obviously, they're gonna make the console a little bit, obviously cheaper, and sacrifice some performance as well. But you would still be able to play the next gen games, and all that stuff. So, which is actually pretty awesome at a pretty cheap price of $299 US for the Series S, and for the Series X it's $499 US. So, don't know what the price is going to be in Canadian. Probably $3.99 and then $5.99 for the Series X, which is pretty expensive. So, anyways, they're using the same CPU. The Series X is clocked at 3.8 gigahertz, and the Series S is clocked at 3.6 gigahertz. So obviously a little bit less performance and all that stuff. So they're getting the same GPU, just off by a couple of gigahertz, obviously. And GPU power, the Xbox Series X is getting 12.15 teraflops, and for the Series S, it's getting 4 teraflops. So they're getting the same enhanced system on chip, 7mm nanometer processor and all that stuff. So all that nerdy stuff. And then for the RAM, 16 gig DDR6 RAM on the Series X, and the Series S is getting 10 gigs of RAM. So a little bit less, obviously a little bit less performance coming from coming from the Series S, obviously, to make the price cheaper, make the price really cheap in my opinion, which opens the door up to a lot of people, especially this year. What's been going on in the world, people have less money, people are not really fully back at their jobs and all that stuff. So the Series S, I feel like it's the perfect console to jump in if you're upgrading all that stuff from the Xbox One and all that stuff. So if you're upgrading or if you're coming from the series from the Xbox One X, I suggest you probably should go with the Series S, because it's pretty much, you'll be able to play your games at 4K, 60 frames. And for the Series S, I feel like that's made for the people that have the original Xbox or have the Xbox One S. So all that stuff. So, but anyways, let's get on back to the specs. Performance target. This is the performance target regarding both consoles. So the Series S is going to be played at 4K 60 frames up to 120 frames, which is awesome. And then for the Series S, it's 1440p at 60 frames and up to 120 frames. So 1440p it's 2K resolution. And then obviously it's going to upscale your games to 4K. So it's going to upscale your games to 4K with the Series S, and the Series X, you're going to be able to play your games at 4K 60 frames, which is awesome because I have a 4K monitor, and I obviously do play at 4K most of the time when I'm not recording. when I'm not recording, obviously, I'm playing at 1080p right now because that's my capture card. That's what my capture card can output and all that stuff. So, anyways, what's going on with the storage? You're getting a 1 terabyte custom IPCI Gen 4 SSD, which is going to be very, very quick at loading your games, loading everything, pretty much the entire console, making the games play a lot better and all that stuff. So you're getting 1 terabyte of storage on the Series X, and on the Series S you're getting 512 gigs of SSD space. So of you get half the gigs, you get half the hard drive, obviously, to make the price go down, but you'll be able to expand that hard drive, obviously, with their expansion cards or memory cards. If you guys are old enough to remember those, back in the day, I'll give you guys a little story, but back in the day, when you had a PlayStation 1 or a GameCube or PlayStation 2, you had to buy these memory cards to save your games on, because there wasn't enough storage on the console itself to actually save the games, which is bring back some memories with the expansion card, what they were calling it. So you can get up to 1 terabyte. You can get a terabyte. I believe there is a 2 terabyte coming out as well. So it'll probably be launched by the same around the same time. So the 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte. So you have options there. And then probably further down the road, they're probably going to make the hard drives even more. Probably going up to like 4 to 8 terabytes, which is crazy. But for backwards compatibility, which is awesome for this generation, especially on Xbox, in my opinion, Microsoft has killed it this year with the backwards compatibility and just the ability to play your Xbox One games. You get to play thousands of Xbox One games and backwards compatible 360 games and original Xbox games available at launch. The Xbox One gaming accessories are backwards compatible as well. So if you have an Xbox One and you have a second controller or third controller or like multiple controllers, and when you buy the Series S or the Series X and you want to play with your friends, you could actually give them the Xbox One controller and it will work on the new console, which is amazing, which is awesome. And it's awesome for me because I bought a new headset years ago, or a year ago, over a year ago, almost now. I bought a new Astro gaming headset because I wanted a new one, and my old one was like coming on its last legs, pretty much, and all that stuff. So I wanted to upgrade to the newest Astro. I got the Astro A40 TRs, something like that. So I got that. Obviously, it works flawless with my Xbox. I just turned it on and just flipped the switch, and I can just talk to my friends without plugging anything into the controller, which is amazing. So I'll be able to do that when the Series X comes out, and I don't have to worry about buying a new microphone. I don't have to worry about buying a new controller if I don't want to, or buy a second controller if I don't want to, or anything like that, which is awesome. And it's awesome for people that don't have a lot of money and they would still want to play with their friends. Obviously, when your friends do come over, when people are allowed over to other people's houses and all that stuff, what's been going on in the world. But anyways, we'll move on from there. Disk drive, you get a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray drive on the Series X, and on the Series S, it is digital only, which I think a lot of people are going digital only. I know I haven't bought a physical Xbox game since I got the console. The last physical Xbox game that I bought was Steep. That was the last physical game that I got for the Xbox One and all that stuff. So I only got 2 physical games for the Xbox One. I got Mad Max and Steep. So those are only 2 disc versions. I have games and all that stuff, and I bought all my games digital, or I got them from Gold, Xbox Gold games as well. So yeah, so those are the 2 Xbox One or Xbox Series consoles. I don't know anything about the PS5 or the PS5 digital when it comes down to specs or anything like that. I try to find some stuff. I did find a little bit of stuff about the PS5 and all that stuff. So the PS5, the 4K Ultra Blu-ray disc drive will only be available in the PS5. So it won't be in the digital version, obviously. The PS5 digital version has a slightly smaller profile, obviously, because it doesn't have a disc drive. Now, this is estimated to be the price of the PS5 as of this video, as of the date that I'm uploading this video. This is just a rumor. It's not exactly true, but the PS5 will cost $499 US, and the PS5 digital version, not sure. People are expecting around $399 to $399, something like that. Yeah, so that's what I pretty much found around the PS5. If you guys got anything on the PS5 that I don't know about, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know. I'd love to learn more about the PS5 and all that stuff and all that. So minus the like the console wars that everybody has every single year, which is ridiculous and it shouldn't be a thing at all. But if you prefer to play on PlayStation, that is fine. If you prefer to play on Xbox, that is completely fine. I play where my friends are going to play, so all my friends are going to play on Xbox, and that's where I'm going to play, and that's where you should play as well. If you're going to play with your friends, and your friends are getting a PS5, and you're currently on an Xbox, and your friends are like, oh, we're going to switch over to PlayStation, you guys should buy a PlayStation. If you guys are planning on coming from PlayStation 4 to Xbox, you're going to play with your friends are going to play. It comes down to that. Your friends are going to play on the Xbox, you're going to play on the Xbox. Your friends are going to play on the the PlayStation, you're going to play on the PlayStation. So I think it really comes down to where your friends are going to play and all that stuff. And with me invested in so much money and so much time and bought so many games for the Xbox One, it makes sense for me to continue with the Xbox family, obviously, because I have all my games, I have controllers, I have all these accessories for the Xbox One. It makes sense for me to continue that. And obviously, that's where my friends are going to play, and I'm going to play on the Xbox. And you can play wherever you want to play, wherever makes you happy. If you're a PlayStation fan, that's great. If you're an Xbox fan, that is great. And all that stuff. So play where your friends are going to play and all that stuff. So also, I got some news about my sledge hockey. Actually, I got an email today from my sledge hockey organizer that organizes the team, gets us to pretty much puts our timesheets together and everything, tells us where to go and all that stuff. So basically I got an email from our team manager. And good news is we're going to have hockey. There is some sad news, obviously, when it comes down to it. And obviously the situation that everybody has been going through and all that stuff with COVID-19 and all that stuff, delaying everyone's hockey season when it comes down to it and all that stuff. So, which sucks. But we need to stay safe out there and all that stuff so we can all stay healthy and return to hockey fully. So make sure you guys wear your masks out there and all that stuff if you're going out and all that. But yeah, anyways, so I got an email updating us about what's been going on. So our city approved us 3 hours per week that we can actually be on the ice. So that means there is, according to the Ontario Sledge Hockey Association, there will be no games. There will be no structured league with the Ontario Sledge Hockey Association. So all we can do is some practices, is practice and some scrimmages at our home ice rink, which is awesome because I can record all of that for you guys and upload it here on YouTube so you guys can see. If you guys haven't seen sledge hockey before, if you guys are familiar with my sledge hockey series, then you know what's going to go on. So there's no tournaments this year and all that stuff. So to be confirmed, the city give us 3 hours per week. So there'll be 1 hour on the day that we practice and on the weekend that we practice as well. So there'll be no dressing in the dressing rooms. And so we have to come to our rink in our full gear. So basically, we have the home dress. We're going to become home dressers and all that stuff. And we won't be able to use the sledge room. Basically, the sledge room for us is where we store all the sleds and all that stuff that people can't take them home. They can store them at the rink for us. But I don't need that because I have my own sled. And when you have your own sled, you usually bring it home with you anyways. So I don't have to worry about that. And so we have to bring it home after each practice. Obviously, people that haven't returned their sled for the end of the year and all that stuff, obviously we'll have a day where they can actually go and pick those up and actually get those. And unfortunately, I let a really bad goal in right there. I'm not really paying attention to the game, obviously, so which kind of sucks because I really wanted to actually play this game, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this because it's exciting news for me, and I wanted to talk about the new console, obviously with the Xbox mostly, because I haven't really got anything on the PS5. They haven't really announced anything. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything on Twitter or anything on Reddit. I haven't seen really anything that's worth talking about, other than I don't really want to talk about rumors or anything like that. I want to talk about actual stuff that came from Sony or anything like that. I should have saved that. I don't know how that went through. I should have saved that. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the Sledge Hockey series as it will be. It will be the same as every other year. Obviously, I only can show practices and scrimmages. I can't show you guys actual games, unfortunately, with the league and their rules. I have to follow by their rules and all that stuff. But unfortunately, I cannot show you any games, but I can show you practices and all that stuff, which will still be awesome. Don't worry, it'll still be awesome. If you guys haven't seen sledge hockey before, maybe you guys haven't seen the sport before. It's actually really, really fun and all that stuff. So I'm really, really happy that I can actually continue and we can actually jump back on the ice, the physical ice, the real ice, and all that stuff. So, oh, they're pulling me. I gotta skate to the bench. Nope. I'm not letting them score an empty goal. Can I get back in my net here? Come on. There we go. Get the puck out. I didn't want them to score. On the empty net. I know it kind of wasted my time, but I just didn't want them to score on the empty net. Man, this was a fast video. Like, I'm surprised how fast this video actually went. Well, anyways, I'm actually gonna end the video here. You guys know we lost. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't already. If you guys haven't entered into my NHL 21 giveaway, there'll be a link in the description. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links will be in the description as well. If you guys have missed any of the episodes of NHL Be A Goalie or Be A Pro, there'll be links in the description for both series. So if you guys actually want to get caught up before NHL 21 comes out, there'll be links in the description for you. But anyways, my name is Prez. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up.